What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Voice Center Podcast. It's your boy Marno Horder, and I'm with Joe Morano. Joe, how you doing today, man?
Doing good. How are you, man?
I'm chilling. So let's just dive right into it right now. What's been a team or so that you've been looking and you kind of said that they've been this NBA wise? What's been a team or maybe a couple of teams that you've seen that you kind of said to yourself, wow, I didn't expect them to be this bad? Like, what have been some of the biggest disappointments for you so far?
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Washington. Like when they got Westbrook, I thought they were gonna be like a little better. Not too, you know, at the top, but like a little better than that. But man, it's kind of sad to see. And Bradley Beal, like he's been playing amazing, but the team, it's sad.
You know the crazy thing? I saw a stat the other day that said that like when Bradley Beal scores 40 points, they lose like 10 like they're over 10 when he scores 40 plus points. Like I don't know how exactly that's a negative, like your best player is scoring their 40 plus. Unless like they're not playing well or things of that nature. Like I don't know. Weird that's some weird thing. I ain't never seen that. And your best
Yeah,
player giving you 40, but you're losing pretty much all of your games.
man, that just
It's,
shows it, bro. Basketball's
yeah,
not a one man sport.
no.
You
And
gotta
then
have a
the
good team.
Wizards, yeah, and then the Wizards have been confusing. Scott Brooks, this dude might get fired. I don't know, but also like even before every like the amount of stuff that's happened to them, they've been losing players to injuries,
Yeah,
COVID protocols. Some players tested positive. They missed like 10 or 11 games to postponements. Like they haven't played like from January 11th all the way to the 21st. Like they didn't play throughout all that
yeah,
period. Now they're starting to play, and they're gonna have February they're gonna have 15 games to hopefully make it all up that they
dang.
lost. That was a crazy thing because now granted before that they were pretty much really bad because you didn't expect them to be this bad. Russell Westbrook against the Hawks, he played okay
Mhm.
after he got ejected. He got into some he got into it with Rondo and stuff like that. Trey Young, by the way, the Hawks have
Oh,
been up and down, but Trey Young, he's finding himself
yeah,
he's finding himself again. But getting back to the Wizards and stuff like that, I mean, they're losing players to injuries, they're losing players to COVID. COVID protocols. Some players tested positive. Their games have been moved. So you know, you're kind of dealing with this reality that everyone is in right now. Boston, Miami, Washington, Memphis. Like, there's multiple teams that are dealing with COVID stuff right now. Miami. There's a
yeah,
lot of teams. But before that, they were really bad. They weren't like it's not like they were like 3-5. And I think last time I checked, it was like 3-8, 3-9. That's how I checked. But listen, Bradley Beal, yeah, free Bradley Beal, all that hashtag going on. I get it, stuff like that. But Bradley Beal also did this to himself because Bradley Beal is kind of like Dame in terms of like loyalty and stuff like that. I want to stay with one team. I want to stay with one team and
yeah,
stuff like that. So that's really what he was trying to do. And when it comes to it, it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to sign this extension for 2 or 3 years. When it was kind of like, well, you kind of did this to yourself, buddy, because you signing that extension now, it's kind of like you're putting up great numbers, but you're not winning. So that's been and he's been doing that since last year. And then this year now, we're gonna pretty much like talk about next week because like February is a time of all stars and when we start voting. So and by the way, man, make sure you vote. Make sure you vote now.
yeah,
It's players on the daily. People put up all the players. But anyway, as I was saying, Zach Levine and Bradley Beal are in the exact same conversation. They're putting up great numbers, but they're on losing teams. So how is it going to be this year now? We're going to have the same thing as last year where they don't get voted in. But I feel like people this year are noticing it a lot more
yeah,
because he's putting up great numbers. I'm like, okay, he's been doing this since last year. The Wizards were really bad. So it's going to be the same thing all over again. Deja vu all over again. So I don't know, Bradley Beal. I haven't voted Bradley Beal for the past 2 days his all-star credentials, stuff like that. You got to put up great numbers. You got to be on a winning team. It's like, I have some sympathy for those guys who are on great teams and they're putting up stats.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, look, it's hard because, like, I admit there's some guys that I voted for, and I'm saying, like, man, I could have voted for this guy, and I could have voted for that guy. Like, I voted for Trae Young. Now, Trae Young, granted, he's been up and down, up and down, up and down. But I still driving the bandwagon of Trae Young being an all-star this year.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown,
He
too.
deserves it.
Jaylen Brown will be an all-star this year. He will be an all-star
He
this year.
has
He has
to.
played
Yeah.
well. Jason Tatum's been in and out. He had COVID. So now he's really starting to settle in and stuff like that. By the way, they played against the Lakers today. All kinds of stuff like that. Maybe some teams. But, you know, like Jaylen Brown's been playing all-star type of level. Ever since Jason Tatum's been out, he's been keeping the Celtics afloat. And the Celtics have been having a couple of injuries. So, you know, he's been keeping them afloat. Hopefully, with Jason Tatum being there now, he can start getting his rhythm back. And you can't forget about Kemba, too. Kemba is also getting back from his knee injury that he got in the bubble. But anyways, getting back to Bradley Beal, I don't know. You kind of set yourself up because you signed a contract, and now really with the Wizards, you have leverage in where he can go. But the GM, like the Wizards, like Woj has already said, like, listen, they're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So no matter how bad they get, they're not going to trade him. Which I don't think you shouldn't. I think they're going to feel the pressure in March because that's when the trade deadline is going to show up. So then it's kind of feel like, okay, you got to make a move. But like, if I'm the Wizards, like, you got to make a move. You can just wait until the offseason where everything is going to be open. And then you can talk about trades and then you can talk about assets, getting assets for Bradley Beal and stuff like that. Then you can talk about it because, like, you do it right now, you don't really know what you're going to get. You're just pretty much going to rush the process. So, but like I said, you know, the Wizards, they're on a great trajectory right now. They're in the bottom of the East. They're in the lottery hunt right now. Now, granted, a lot of stuff has been happening to them that's unfair. Their games have been postponed. Their players have been getting injured. COVID protocol has just been loose on everybody. It's been an absolute help for a lot of teams. But I mean, you kind of have to realize that that's just how it is. You know, there's hypothetical trades already going around. I'm seeing Bradley Beal photoshopped in a Miami jersey, Celtics jersey, and a Nuggets jersey. And I'm like, I don't know if they're going to do that. Maybe the Lakers. Who knows? The Lakers might even do something like that. Maybe the Clippers or something like that. You know, you just never know.
Yeah.
So, give me your takes on Bradley Beal and the situation going on.
Man, I honestly feel bad because he's giving his all. Like, he's playing, like, so well. But, like you said, he did it to himself. He signed the contract, and you kind of have to deal with it now. Hopefully, maybe they'll make some changes, like, I don't know, at the end of the season, free, and do something for him.
They're 3-12 right now because they lost against the Hawks yesterday. Bradley Beal, he had 20. Him and Russ had 26. Russ played well yesterday, but it wasn't enough. Obviously, that both had 20. By the way, the Utah Jazz, I don't know if you know, they've been rolling. They've been playing well. They're on an 11-game winning streak right now.
Is it 11 straight games?
11 straight games. Donovan Mitchell's out due to still in concussion protocol, so hopefully he gets that reassured and he's okay. But I didn't accept them. I thought the Mavericks were going to beat them because I'm like, you had two shots at they played the Mavericks. The Mavericks played the Jazz on, they played them twice this week. And I'm like, you got to at least get one of those wins without Donovan Mitchell, their best player. And they don't do it. They got blown out against the Mavs yesterday. Jordan Clarkson, by the way, he was balling yesterday too. So that's my
he's been balling.
Oh no, not balling.
Right.
Yeah, he had 18 points, but Bogdanovich was really their star.
No, but there was one that he got 31.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson might pick for out 6 man of the year. It's not even close. But there's other things going on right now. But yeah, you're right, man. Because I was like, wait, hold on. He signed an extension. Because you gotta think about it, you can't say, wait, he did sign an extension. So technically, he can't do that to himself. And Bradley Beal is not a type of guy. He's not the James Harden situation where he's going to all them parties, getting fat, and he's doing all this that, showing up in a fat suit, not playing well, stuff like that. That's not Bradley
Yeah.
Beal. Bradley Beal is a
Yeah.
loyal guy. He's gonna come in, do what he's supposed to do. You gotta worry about Bradley Beal that much. But let's be honest though, he's been getting a little bit frustrated, which rightfully so. Because I didn't expect the Wizards to be this bad.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to be this. I didn't expect them to be 3-12. I expected them to at least either be in the playoff mix or the play-in mix. Best case scenario, they'd be in the playoff mix. So that's
Yeah.
what I kind of told them that. It's kind of like it's insane right now because it's just a lot of teams are getting impacted by COVID and stuff like that. There's been teams that have gotten out for slow starts, been problems going on so far. So it's a problem for everybody. But we're coasting along. We're coasting along just as everyone. When the players signed up to this is what I had a feeling this is exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be some postponements. Some games are going to be moved. Players are going to be out. Miami just lost their fifth straight game a couple of days ago against the Clippers without Kawhi and PG. They're missing Jimmy Butler. They're missing Tyler Hero just came back from injury. So they're missing some of their top guys. That's what everyone has got to deal with now. That's just how it is. That's what they signed up to. Because no one wants to go back to the bubble. And no one wants to go back to the bubble. So they all signed up to this. This isn't exactly like the bubble when you're all locked up in one place. But they're gonna treat it like a bubble where you're not gonna leave. You're not gonna be, going around to a lot of places. So that's the thing. So far there was at one point where the NBA was seriously considering postponing the season and stuff like that. But so far the cases have been coming down, less positive tests to worry about, which is good. The health and safety, not just of the players, but staffs, coaches, training staffs, everyone all around that works throughout the day or throughout the week. So that's good to know about. Biggest disappointment so far really been the Pelicans. They're seven. They got a win yesterday against the Bucks. I saw the whole game yesterday. I was like, what was going on? Because I was like, they came out to a fast start, and Eric Bledsoe, he was on a revenge tour right now. That made Eric Bledsoe, he had 7 threes. I didn't keep up with the stats and stuff like that, but he played well. And Drew Holiday struggled.
Yeah.
Now Giannis at 38. I'm like, Giannis, it wasn't his damage in the second half. He had 9 points in the first half, but Chris Middleton struggled. Drew Holiday finished with 22, but he struggled. Yeah, Brandon Ingram, their big four, which I consider Lonzo, Eric Bledsoe, Zion, and Beal. They all had 20 plus. Eric Bledsoe came out and said, "Oh yeah, Milwaukee, y'all traded me. Watch this." He had 7 threes. He played spectacularly well. Lonzo started off the game really bad, but overall he ended well the game. Zion, he had 7 assists. Zion's an underrated passer. I think the thing last year with Zion in his rookie year was he was just trying to go to the lane, even Rudy Gobert, stuff like that. It don't matter. I'm gonna move you and stuff like that with the strength. But then I think he's kind of realizing now I can be a passer. I attract double, and he attracts double teams. He attracts attention. So then it's kind of like, okay, I can just kick it out to Bi or Lonzo or Eric Bledsoe. We're dumping down to Steven Adams. Make the easy play. Make the easy plays and stuff like that. So Bi also played well yesterday, but I was like, what the heck's going on? Because the Bucks are down 14. I was like, okay, Pelicans got off to a fast start. They're one of the worst teams when it comes to shooting the 3-ball, free throw percentage, and turnovers. They're all in the bottom when it comes to that. I was kind of like, okay, that's a fluke. They're not going to do that. But then they came in the second quarter and did a thing again. And then in the third quarter, the Bucks started storming back. And I was like, oh, about to choke this. They're about to choke this. And then the Bucks came out in the fourth quarter and again. But then they missed some key shots in the final minutes of the game. I was like, thank goodness the Pelicans got out of this game because it was getting out of hand quick. They were trying to get way. At one point, the Bucks were down by 30, but they somehow managed to climb back in the fourth quarter, got back into single digits. I was like,
wasn't 4 points?
It was 4 points.
I think so.
I was like, the Pelicans are in trouble because they don't have anything going for them right now. So that was a crazy thing right there. But the Pelicans have been disappointing. Lonzo, There's been some reports that he's probably going to get traded. JJ Redick too. I haven't seen him play. I didn't see JJ Redick play yesterday, which I'm assuming they're probably in trade talks with some other teams. Yeah, I think he should because AJ Redick for a contender, and maybe he goes back to Philly now. But Philly got Seth Curry, David Green. Philly's all good, but maybe he goes to a contender, a team that needs shooting. So so maybe he goes to a team like that. But the Dallas Mavericks now, Porzingis is coming back, but they're really bad offensively. Luka's averaging a triple double right now. Like he's averaging in this whole month of January, he's been averaging a 30-point triple double. But then of course you got the media saying, well,
Man,
is Luka gonna regress? Because he's not playing well right now. And I'm like, damn. Like the expectations that they have for this dude are ridiculous, bro. When the season started, the odds makers had him at #1 for MVP favorite. And I'm like, y'all gotta calm down now. Like, y'all expecting him to carry this big, heavy load. And like, maybe without Porzingis, he can make himself a case. Ever since Porzingis is coming back, Porzingis is trying to figure out how he's gonna play because he's coming back from the injury, and it's clearly like he's not comfortable with himself yet in terms of knowing where to go and this, and that. So he's trying to figure that out. But the Mavericks had one of the top offenses last year, and Steven Silas is now our new head coach. He was one of the architects behind that offense. But now he's with us. Hello?
yeah, I'm good now. Got a little disconnected.
Disconnected and stuff like that. But did you hear what I said about Dallas and stuff like that with Steven Silas, the job this year? With Steven
Yeah, I heard a
Silas.
little bit. Yeah,
Yeah. So they did all that. They had all of those problems. They were trying to figure that out and stuff like that. So their offense has been in and out. They have been missing some players, just some of their top guys, but yeah, it hasn't been well for Dallas. I think they'll figure it out. At the same time, it's kind of like you gotta get some pieces around Luka and try to figure out what's going on. Now it's talking about the media and stuff like that and how you're setting high expectations. I'm like, mentally for him, like the game has slowed down for him. He's played in Europe, so he kind of knows how the game goes. For him, everything slowed down. Some of the passes that he makes are just insane because he knows a game like that. He knows the defenses and he's just trying to read it. Now, physically, it's about him getting better on defense. He has to be fit. His free throw percentage got to go up. His three-point percentage got to go up and stuff like that. He just got to show up in better shape. But mentally, he's fine. I ain't got to worry about him mentally. It's just a matter of physically and stuff like that. But, some of these media here is talking about, he's regressing and stuff like that. You realize this man is averaging a triple-double, a 30-point triple-double. Watch next year, he averages a 40-point triple-double, but they're losing. So, like, I think we got to slow down. I'm like, you realize that he's light years ahead of where he is. And he really can only get better. It's like, where he is right now, he can only get better. So that's a crazy. It's like, he's already doing this. All he can do is just get better. He can't get worse.
yeah.
But Mavericks are struggling right now. Miami is also another team, but they're missing some guys. Bam has been performing well, but yeah, they're missing some of their top guys. They should have. They should have won. They played against the Clippers a couple of days ago without Paul George, Kawhi, and Pat Bev, but they lost that game. I'm like, you can't lose that game with their top three guys out. You can't do that. So they lost one of that. They lost yesterday again. I think it was yesterday. But yeah, they haven't played since then. But it's been a roller coaster ride with Miami so far. They're on an 5-game losing streak so far. I mean, everyone's going through their problems just like Miami. Because people are already seeing it's a fluke and stuff like that. Well, you can see it based off their record and how they look, but like everyone has to deal with this. COVID, no training camp, no one really had rapport. Everyone's dealing with their issues right now. So they gotta Miami's just one of those teams. They're missing Jimmy. Tyler Hero's coming back from injury. They're missing some guys. It's gonna be a problem right now. Everyone's just trying to get settled in. Oh, I do expect them though to be better as the season goes on, like a Pat Riley led team. Pat Riley's not going to tank in the lottery. That's not Pat Riley mentality and the way he goes. That's not Miami. So they're gonna get better. And you have the benefit of the East too. They're in the East as opposed to the West, which is always it's a mountaintop to get to and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they're in the East. Now, granted, other teams are playing well, like the Cavs and the Knicks so far. Looking at the Saints, the Knicks are in eighth, the Cavs are in seventh place. So teams are performing well right now. The Raptors too are another team that you can list. Raptors are having their struggles, but they can get back in the mix. They got a good organization, just like the Raptors. The Raptors, granted, they literally have no center. They wait Alex Len, Aaron Baines. I don't know how much PT he's getting, but with the Raptors, the problem with them is like they're getting good individual performances, but they're not all coming as a win. Like OG, a couple of nights ago had 30. Pascal I think he had 29 or 28 against the Kings yesterday, but they're losing. They're not bringing it up to get a fragmented lead. So it's a lot of things going on right now. Teams are struggling. Some teams are where we didn't expect them to be. Some have risen unexpectedly. Like the Knicks right now, probably expecting this to be 3-12 right now, just as they are every year. But they're playing well so far, which I will give them. They are playing well so far. It's a long season, but I will give credit where credit is due. Something they're always changing that culture. Manuel quickly, RJ Barrett is playing better. A lot of their guys are playing better. So that's what you want to see. You just want to see it's such a young teams be successful early, which is always the best case scenario because the veteran teams like the Lakers and LeBron, we ain't really got to worry about it. It's just kind of they know how to win and stuff like that. It's just more like the young teams because they're learning on the fly. It's actually the rookies so far, LaMelo, Wiseman, Anthony Edwards. The Timberwolves also can be another team, but it's a lot of things going on right now. But as the season goes on, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, man. I want you to play a little bit of GM. I'm gonna give you some trades, and you give me your input on whether if you were a GM of this specific team, would you do this trade right now? Okay.
Okay.
So this is the Warriors. Okay. So the Wizards trade to the Warriors. So you're putting your Warriors hat right now.
Yeah.
And so the Wizards are going to give you Bradley Beal and Robin Lopez. What you're going to give the Wizards is a first round pick from the Minnesota Timberwolves, top 3 protected of this upcoming draft, and a first round pick of 23, a first round pick for 2023 in James Wiseman and Andrew Wiggins. For Bradley Beal, would you do that?
Just Bradley.
No, Bradley Beal and Robin Lopez. You receive Bradley Beal and Robin Lopez. And you're going to give up Wiseman, Wiggins, and some picks. Would you do that?
No. No, man. All that for just Bradley? Bro, that's like your future.
Look at what Bradley Beal is doing right now, though.
I know, but I don't know, bro. I don't know.
But I mean, you think about it though. They do this trade, and Clay comes back next year. Who knows? But I'm just saying. So you wouldn't do it. You would hang up the phone.
Okay, I wouldn't hang up the phone. I just give it I give it time to think about it.
Get time to man. You can't get. Ain't no time to think about it, man. Either you demand more or you hang up the phone. What are you gonna demand more? The Wizards.
Nah, actually, now that I think about it, since Clay's coming back next year, that would be a big 3, to see.
So you would do
it? I would do it. I would do it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then for Washington, they get a building block in Wiseman and Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
It's not a bad trade.
Yeah,
okay.
For real.
Okay, now you're Philly. You're the Philly GM now, the Sixers GM.
All right.
Okay. So you're gonna receive Bradley Beal, but you're gonna give up Ben Simmons, Matisse Thybulle, and 2 first-round picks. One of them is top 5 protected. Would you do this if you're Philly?
Man, I feel like I wouldn't if I was Philly.
You're Philly. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're Philly. Yeah, you're the Philly
yeah,
GM right now.
yeah,
Yeah. So you're the Philly GM. You're not doing this, right?
yeah. I wouldn't do that.
We're gonna do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're the Dallas Mavericks GM.
Ooh,
Okay. So you're gonna receive. You're as a GM of Dallas. You're gonna receive Bradley Beal, but you're gonna give up Tim Hardaway Jr., Maxi Kleber, Tyrell Terry, and 4 first-round picks. I
man.
don't know what no disrespect, but I don't know what Tyrell Terry is for the Mavericks. I don't think he plays. I don't think he plays that much. I don't really watch the Mavericks and stuff. But would you do this trade though? Would you do this trade?
Man.
Now I will give you some details. Tim Hardaway Jr. is on an expiring deal. Maxi Kleber did sign an extension with the Mavericks through 2022. So would you do this if
I
you're
think I
the
would.
Dallas Mavericks? You would for
I think
Bradley Beal?
yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You're the Miami Heat GM. You're gonna do this right now. So you're putting your cap on for the Miami
All
Heat.
right. All right.
So for the Miami Heat, you're gonna receive Bradley Beal. But you're gonna have to give up Tyler Hero,
I knew it.
Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn, 3 first-round picks, and Kelly Olynyk. Will you do this?
No, man. No. Bro, Duncan, bro, I don't know. I don't know if I would do that.
Mm.
Because
Okay.
I actually like the Miami team from last year. Like they were something else.
Okay. Okay. I mean, Duncan Robinson, he's been, and pretty much they've been losing. Kendrick Nunn's been, and it makes me, and Tyler Hero's coming back from injury, stuff like that. I honestly
Yeah.
don't know what's going on with the Heat, but they've been losing games, so that's a problem. But
Yeah.
so if you're the Miami Heat GM, you would do this.
I don't think so. I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think so. It's yes or no, man. Would you do this?
No, I wouldn't. I
No,
wouldn't.
you're not. Okay, you're not giving up the
Yeah.
young assets for Bradley Beal, who's a proven commodity in the league right now. You can argue he's one of the top shooting guards in the league right now. So
It's
okay.
true. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you've heard, but there's been some teams like the Denver Nuggets that have been on Bradley Beal's radar when it comes to trades. Like
Yeah.
actually, the Nuggets in every Bradley Beal trade every single time. Okay, so you're the Denver Nuggets GM with your cap on for the Denver Nuggets. So for the Denver Nuggets, you're gonna receive Bradley Beal, but you're gonna have to give up Michael Porter Jr., Gary Harris, Bobo, and 2 first-round picks.
I would do it.
You would do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would. I look you would. I look you would.
We're going to argue right now that if Michael Porter Jr. becomes more consistent defensively and just starts doing what offense, like he can be one of the better wings of the league, but he's not there right now. So you would do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
like I said, Bradley Beal is a proven commodity. So people know who Bradley Beal is. We know what kind of a weapon Bradley Beal can be. But you're going to give up Michael Porter Jr.?
Yeah. I think I
Okay.
would. Yeah.
Okay. You can't hesitate. That's the thing. You can't hesitate when it comes to
Yeah.
this. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. So you're the Pelicans GM. Your cap on for the Pelicans. You're gonna receive Bradley Beal, but you're gonna give up Lonzo, J.J. Redick, and I've already told you like 2 guys that obviously are on the trade watch. Watch out for those 2 guys. But my lord. Okay, so you're gonna have to give up. You're gonna have to give up. You're gonna have to give up 5 first-round picks. 5.
5.
Are you doing this?
Man. That's a hard one. But I think I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
Now, granted, you're giving up your future assets, but I think because it's
Yeah.
Bradley Beal, you would do it. Now, if the Pelicans actually do this, this is a hypothetical, but if the Pelicans actually do this, I don't know how much better they can be. But I think you kind of know what Bradley Beal is. But hey,
Yeah.
you're giving up your whole future to get a guy like Bradley Beal, you're gonna for sure do because he's balling out of his mind right now.
Yeah, for
Like,
real.
the Warriors. Put on your Warriors cap. You already said the Warriors, right?
Yeah, you already did Warriors.
We already did Warriors. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got six. Okay. So, I gave you some trade packages for the Warriors, the Pelicans, the Nuggets, the Heat, and also the Mavericks and the Sixers. So out
Yeah.
of those 7 teams, man, who do you feel is gonna get the biggest? Like, who do you think is gonna upgrade to like? Okay, they're gonna be scary team. What do you think makes that jump? Which one of those teams?
I think I said the Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me why.
Especially for the next year with Clay, Beal, and Curry. Man, that'd be something to watch.
Okay, but let's just say the Warriors say, okay, we're gonna trade for Bradley Beal, but we expect you to make the playoffs this year. So then you will still do it to get in
Yeah.
the mix for the playoff mix. So you feel that the best out of these 7 teams, you feel that the Warriors will benefit the highest.
I
Like
feel
they'll be
like
the biggest winners.
I feel like it. Yeah.
To be honest, man, I can't go wrong with that. But I think Philly, with the way they're rolling, I don't think they need Bradley Beal. I think they're fine
Mm-hmm.
right now. So you can cross off Philly.
Yeah.
Dallas could need it right now. They're struggling. So Dallas can be in the mix. Miami is the second team. They're struggling like crazy
Yeah.
right now. So they're probably
Yeah.
gonna need okay, so I'm looking at other teams. Maybe the Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets they've been decent. They've been okay. So they haven't been playing great. Maybe the Pelicans. Like I said,
Yeah.
Pelicans have been they've been okay. The Warriors too. But yeah, I think there's really one team. I don't think Philly needs to make this trade right now, especially with the way
Mm-hmm.
they've been playing. I think they're still topping. I think they're still like top 2 or top 3 in the East right now. Like the
Yeah.
Heat, the Sixers are the only team that I can say y'all don't need to do this right now because you're playing really well. But I mean, sheesh, you can't go wrong, man. I mean, I feel like the Warriors, the Warriors are they're I think they're 7th or 8th seed right now in the West.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's some good trades though. There's
Yeah.
some
For
good
real.
packages you can trade up right now. And that's like 6 hypotheticals right there. It's insane what you really can get with Bradley Beal. Okay. Final thoughts of Man U. I don't really want to talk about this team. They still play on. Yeah, they tied up against Arsenal. Why are they
Yeah.
gonna tie up against Arsenal? Now Arsenal has been playing well so far. I can't lie, but they've been pretty much they've
Yeah.
been goofy. They ain't been. Yeah, Man United is. Come on, man. I told you, man. Like they're not that. They're not that. I don't even know how they were in the top.
Man.
Because the expectation as a Manchester United fan these days, like, let's be in the top 4 and get in the Champions League. Europa League has been their bar for the past couple of years now. That's where they measure themselves.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, wait, they actually did it. They actually did do that. But this,
I don't know how they lost that game to Sheffield United,
yeah,
but
Man City
that
just
was
beat that team.
yeah.
I don't get it. I just don't. I don't get it with this team sometimes. It's just like, they're still in second place.
Yeah.
It's still in second place. Man City
They're
has
4
been
points away
rolling.
now.
Yeah, Man
Yeah.
City has been rolling right now. Liverpool is still struggling. I don't know what the heck's going on with Liverpool, but
I mean,
Man
they
City
did.
is rolling right now. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
But
Man
Liverpool did
City's a
beat
better,
Tottenham, so
yeah, Man City's a better team. I don't care what anybody says. Man City's a better team.
for sure.
Man City, all they gotta do is just get rolling, get some guys back from injury,
Yeah.
get started off. Because man, you suck. They suck. It's a fluke, man. They're not winning. You know, especially with the fact, what does this even mean though? Because I don't have them winning the Premier League this year, and they're going back to the Europa League next year. So really, I don't wait. So really, I think it's gonna change. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna change. Even if they like, it's their top three or top four, if they go back in the Champions League, I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
So it's oh man, no, just stop. Man. They are who we thought they were, man. They're not that good.
Yeah.
Not
Honestly.
that good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just Bradley Beal talk and stuff like that. I kind of know what to talk about next week, but the Lakers and Celtics, great game today. The Rockets also played today. They played against the Pelicans.
Oh yeah,
Pelicans
they
played
do.
well yesterday against the Bucks. So, you know, I might low key just be flipping channels or probably, this is that. 'Cause I low key want to watch the Lakers Celtics game, but they
Yeah.
can't go wrong with the Rockets and Pelicans.
Might just watch one on my phone and the other on TV.
Yeah, I just do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Another great episode in the bag. You got anything else, man?
I got nothing.
All right. I'll just start next week. Freebradleybeal.